Oh, yep. Okay, my mic's on. I double check. I'm always worried about that. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good old, was it Thursday, May 30th at 7:30 p.m. CST. Glad to be here. We finished the last demo yesterday. My music is getting progressively louder. It's beautiful music, but yeah. I am. You guys are listening to New Days, New Ways by Heston Mims from the Immuno producer. I think that's how it works. No, not producers. I just like host label. I don't know. I'm listening to Ending Credits, the YouTuber, and this one is A Peaceful Afternoon on the Han River in Seoul, with some very beautiful background video that I take all the background videos and photos myself by Ending Credits. Highly recommend you guys give those guys a visit. It looks like it's only a couple videos on the channel with criminally little views and only 18K subscribers. So please head over there if you can, if you want some beautiful hand-picked music with great backgrounds. They really know how to produce by note or house. So I guess that's the person of it. Ending Critics. Regardless, they know how to pick out some music. They know how to put it all together. They're good curators. We kind of live in the age of playlist music where everyone just slops everything together. This is a good pick. I really like it. So with that being said, we're going to pop over to our warm-up as we usually do, and we're going to just kick it into gear. Today we're going to be doing the Wasp demo, the next demo in the line of demos for Lesson 4, which is what, like insects and arachnids, right? Yeah, insects, applying construction to insects and arachnids. I have some good news, is today I have finished the script for the Lesson 2 video. Jeez. I rolled my eyes in real life to that, jeez. But we finished the script for that. Tonight I'm going to start recording voice lines, take some pictures, and some cool stuff I'm doing in the real world. Sadly, no face reveal, no complete live action. Maybe we'll do that someday. We'll see where the channel goes, right? But for now, let's just do our warm-up. That's all we got to worry about. And of course, we got to start it with the box. But yeah, I hope you've all had an amazing Thursday so far. Friday's right around the corner. I just worked out right before this, so I'm still going to be a bit shaky, but it looks like other than arcing a bit, my lines are okay. Very happy with how yesterday turned out. Despite it not being the highest of quality of drawings, I think we did an excellent job with what we had, and we moved one step closer to, if you guys remember, drawing like Delano, our little phrase that we had, I think, in the midst of Lesson 2. It's so weird, because, like, I feel like I've been streaming for as long as I've been doing Drawbox, but I've only been streaming for about literally half the time I've been doing Drawbox, maybe less. Yikes. Because I've only been streaming for one semester, but it felt like both semesters. Because I felt like the entirety of last semester was just last year, sorry, was one semester. Which, oh wow, those were all just very poor. Which in the context of everything, good, because, you know, school feeling tiresome and long and all that is definitely not something I enjoy. But at the same time, I don't want life to fly by. I want to enjoy it while I can. When I first got into college, I was talking to my friends. I can't even believe it then, and I had no idea it would come this direction, but I was talking to him about I wanted to start a channel or something to help people out, and I wasn't even drawing at the time. Heck, I didn't even like think about doing art that much. I mean, I've always loved art, but I've never pursued it like this. This was months, maybe even almost a year before that. So to see it's not only come this far, but went this direction, it's kind of surprising to me. But I can say confidently, I've loved every second of it, so that's pretty good. I've been seeing, I've, like, obviously another YouTube account for, like, just me personally on YouTube, right? And I still watch, like, art content on there, and now I'm getting recommended, like, other people who are doing, like, day 52 plus, or week 52 plus 19 of drawing every day. These people have made some amazing progress. I'm very, very impressed by them. Sometimes I feel like, is stifled the right word? I don't know, just, like, when you're slowed down. I feel like that could be the case in Drawbox. I just feel like slower learning compared to... I mean, I've always been a slow learner, right? But I just feel like other people have learned faster than me in art generally. But also, I'm studying fundamentals. You know, I'm drawing boxes and all that. And while I am quite slow, there is much merit to not only learning this, but learning the why. That'll help me indefinitely as I go further into my art career. And is that a bit of a cope for me being slow? Yeah, but I love it. So I won't have it any other way. Decent line work. Some weird stuff over there. I think there's just a lack of focus. I don't really want to do a branch, so we'll just do our normal string of ellipses. Okay, we need to slow down because like we're just kind of doing weird stuff. And I'm also getting those scan lines back, even though I shouldn't because I changed the lighting. Let's try to fix that, right? Let's see. Oh, it is auto. Okay, there. Fixed. Cool stuff. Apologies. Yeah, it wasn't my best line in the world, so we'll slow down Ghost a little bit more. It's a bit of an awkward angle to draw it at, but... Also, I just need to... Yeah, that was almost a bit too much. Let's see, how are we level? We're relatively level. Actually do with some zooming out, there we go. I like being closer to the desk to have like my torso almost on the desk. On the desk, at the desk. Just, yeah, hang my stomach just onto... That's so gross, I'm sorry. I feel like the first one's always kind of bumpy. Or the second one, actually, because I always get the minor axis off, so maybe I'm lying. Cool, cool. These are misaligned, aren't they? Look at that. Just realized that. Let's do some jelly beans, some sausage forms. Let's do a larger one. Do a longer, larger one. Tapered a bit over there and had that, which means we should have gone lower right there and then connected it. So right for right now, though. Bit of a sharp cut right there, oops. Let's go a bit skinnier, but still just as long, huh? We often draw a lot of sausage forms but never actually put the ellipses through it, so let's make sure that we do that this time. It's all good warm-up. Still getting over the shakies, but I think we're doing a pretty decent job. I think one big part of my journey in art too is I need to start drawing outside of streaming. Because I do, like today, actually we'll show it because I'm kind of happy with it. Also, I just don't like this book. I love the quality and everything. It's just, I think the little drawings I find embarrassing that I did for, what is it, like these, the pseudo furry one. Like, I'm okay with this one over here I'm not too happy with. But yeah, today what I did, I'm pretty happy with this, is I just, like, got bored and just started doodling the, what was it called? Ship from Outer Wilds. I'm really happy with this one, but this one was a direct observation. This one was from memory and is a bit smaller. And this one was just, yeah, so, like, this was the only study one, which turned out the best, right? It was very fun to do this. I was thinking about inking it, but also sometimes when I ink it, it turns out like this. Which, yikes, right? I think I'm gonna go back in one day and just add in stuff to fill in those kind of like pages I don't like. Just to like add other things to look at that aren't as goofy, right? But yeah. Okay, so let's do some fun ones. We'll do both types. That was way too large of a degree, but it's okay. I'm used to going this direction. Actually, so yeah, what am I talking about? One mistake I commonly make with these is I make the last or some of them just way too flat when it shouldn't be. Ironically, like I'm making them a bit too dynamic, which is kind of the opposite of the errors I see in lesson 2. I critiqued someone the other day, or just like, gave them some advice in the lesson 2 chat, and one really big error that I seen in myself, it happened to me, and it happens to other people in lesson 2, is for the contour curves, right? Around, not the contour ellipses, both of which are contour lines, that's the homework, right? People just keep the degree very similar because they're only seeing this part of it, like this. But you really need to be ghosting, or you don't need to, but it's really helpful to ghost the entire thing and just ensure that you know that the entire thing is there, right? So, cool stuff. Anyways, let's continue. I will do a large one right here. And this one looks a bit weird because this wasn't as rounded, but... we could do full ellipses on these smaller ones, that may be a bit easier as well. Yikes, okay, well that was our warm-up, jeez. Bit wobbly, but that's okay. Oh, yikes, that was pretty off. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like mildly sleepy right now, because I had such a huge dinner. Like I literally, all I've eaten today was like a sandwich, I think. And then I just had like a gigantic dinner and like ate it really fast because I convinced myself I needed to like set up the stream early, which I was like, oh shoot, I like am way too like ready to stream. So I just went to go work out. And I guess like eating that fast and then going to work out just completely knocked it out of me. Like I'm so tired. I almost consider like not streaming and just hanging out. But I wanted to, because I was like, we can't let the velocity die. Oh yeah, we weren't supposed to stream today, but my friend and I moved our hangout to the tomorrow. So yeah, we won't be streaming tomorrow, if all goes well. And then, yeah, after that, I'll be working Saturday and Sunday. But, what is it? There's not really any but to that. We'll still be streaming Saturday and Sunday, of course. Yeah. I'm trying to get all my homework done so I don't have to worry about over the weekend. So all I have to do is go home, chill out, and then stream. I'm probably going to draw before the stream. I've been doing that a lot recently. I find it fun. Whoa, the guy who streams every day finds streaming fun, or art fun. This one's going to be a bit different. I still like using my arm more than my wrist for that. Maybe a bit less accurate though, but we'll make this center like really small. And then like over here we could probably fit too. Not the best, but it was kind of tiny, so. Okay, I'd consider that a pretty decent warm-up, all things considered. A little bit above average. That's just what my mind's telling me, but let's not critique ourselves too hard. I heard a motif, or not even a motif, but just like a lick inside the song, and it reminded me of West Virginia, and it really upset me. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because when I used to study, I'd listen to like piano compilations. When I used to study, I always study. During finals, I usually switch to piano or classical because I usually listen to like post rock or jazz hop or stuff like that normally, and so like I want to change a pace. And like there's this one like piano compilation that just had West Virginia but piano in there, like amidst like Debussy and like all these great artists. And I'm not gonna say West Virginia isn't. It was just so striking, and it like compelled me so much. I was like compelled, repelled. I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay, this isn't. Yeah. Okay. Well, interesting. No, I checked the title. It isn't, but silly. Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, look at that. Double-sided warm up. This warm up wasn't too good, wasn't it? I really rushed that branch. Cool. I feel like our ellipse has just magically improved since then. Then again, we did like 3 passes for that. We were really wobbly though. Anyways, critiquing our old selves. I wonder when that stream was. We're going to pull out a new piece of paper right here. We're going to talk about the scorpion, and then we're going to draw it. We're still, you know, maintaining that Delanoism. I mean, I guess we could say Megumiism. I don't know. Just despite the imperfections, we must power through and do our best on these assignments. I know it sounds dumb because, like, that's the bare minimum, but I guess we've struggled with it, and I mean, that's okay, but let's do better, right? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go grab a new piece of paper, which I don't actually have to disappear for too long. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. My mic's still picking up, yeah. Cool, okay. Definitely probably sounded far away. So a fresh new piece of paper. And yeah, it's gonna be scary, it's gonna be difficult. Probably shouldn't have worked out before stream because we want to be like very loose and all that. But now we have that drawing pump. Let's go. Okay, anyways. That's so dumb. Okay. So yeah, this one, the Mr. Snippy Snap. I just realized the thumbnail for the Scorpion demo is drawing Mr. Snippy Snap, or Snippy Snap, sorry. I want to say Schnee Schna Schnappy, der kleines Krokodil, or whatever. Schnee Schna, Mr. Snippy, Mr. Snippy Snap. The German, wow, that's the first time I think German has ever like directly influenced my way of speaking, other than like maybe Volkswagen or whatever. But anyways, that's so dumb. So yeah, this one doesn't have like a page associated with it. It's just kind of the video, but we get to watch Uncomfy do it, so he gives a great explanation of the things that he is doing, why he does them, stuff like that. But this is kind of our introduction to branching off. We're actually going to start the timer here. Also, for those, I'm about to put a scorpion on the screen, so for those who are scared of scorpions or arachnids / insects, beware. I'm about to put one up on the screen. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that I just realized I transitioned to nothing. Cool, here we are. So yeah, here's a little guy, Snippy Snap. We're gonna let Snippy Snap stay here for a second. Snippy Snap, stay here for a second. Cool. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick drink of water and then we're gonna get right into it. I almost paused the timer instead of muting my. I am tired. Maybe we shouldn't be approaching this today. I'm upset. My water is old. It's very not crispy, and I didn't refill it before stream. I still have my sparkling water, as we usually do, but maybe when we get in, like, we do a course on coloring and stuff, the first thing we draw is that. I'm arguing with my little sister right now, too. She took my first packet of Drawbox pins, and it upsets me. Because I want to have the original case, the thing that started it all, and if she lost it, I'm going to be very upset. I may just go searching through her room, with her permission, of course, but we've been arguing about this for days, and she has a favorite tea place, and I told her I'm not going to go get her favorite tea until she gets me my original pack of Drawbox pins. I think that's a adequate enough deal. Anyways, so Uncomfy, what he does to start with this is he uses a sphere to estimate the head, and then he actually uses a box to estimate the rest of it. It tapers at the end too. That's something important to note. And actually, ironically, the box he originally drew was way too big. And yeah, I'm not sure how much I agree, because like his box makes sense. I think it is because... Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, I'm just trolling a bit, because yeah, the circle is right here, and so the box needs to kind of follow that circle. The legs are the only things that does that, and then of course it tapers at the end. And his really lacked that taper, his first box. That's why he corrected it. He divided it in half, which I think is a really good strat. Now, if we can avoid needing to do that, we will, right? But yeah, so we're gonna start with our head, and then we'll count our head's lengths. So we have our sphere right here. Just gonna kind of get used to that for a second. Yeah, that's also the biggest part of the box, right? Cool. And then we have another head right here. One. Just kind of getting the feel for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, about 4 heads lengths deep, which is a very nice number. All kinds of good stuff. You could do that. So now we have this, and it raises to about 1.5 heads, almost 2 heads. Yeah, about 2 heads. Actually, well, let's see. Yeah, like 2, sorry, I meant like 2.5 heads, but practically 2 heads. So we have a 2 head by 4 head over here that raises above this initial head. Or sorry, no, including that one. So it's 2.5. Basically, the entire profile is 2.5 heads up here, 5 heads over here. Cool. So yeah, that box is a little bit tricky. There's not really... I kind of want to return to this just to, like, test it out, because I've never drawn a box like that. And that kind of does align with our... Actually, let's just do some funny boxes real quick. And after that, actually, the construction... I'm not going to say it's easy, but it gets a lot... Apologies, simpler from that. After we do our sphere, right? We have our box, and then we have a simple line that goes a little bit over the halfway mark of the box, maybe 3/4, because the box starts right here, right? That's the drop line right there. And then we have our forearms, technically. Uncomfy draws forearm, like, start things, and then doesn't follow through with one of them, but you can set... This is the highest quality image I could draw, by the way, or find, by the way. We have this one kind of starting right here, lower profile, this one, and then this one to the side. And then we technically have one in here. They have 8 legs, right? One starting, like, over here somewhere, and then this big one starting at the kind of intersection between the head sphere and the box. But thankfully, it's mostly obscured by this larger than head size claw right here. Now, I want to hate scorpions. I've seen a couple in the real world, and then, and to quote Indiana Jones, I've seen the tiny ones, the dangerous ones. But I can't help but love them. They're just little guys. They look so silly. I remember my sisters and I were playing in our backyard once, and we saw a scorpion, and we ran. I mean, I understand their danger, but also I still find them kind of cute. I couldn't tell you why. Same thing, but spiders, on the other hand, like, so few of them are actually venomous or poisonous. What applies to spiders? Or at least where I live, right? And so, like, sure, they're kind of creepy, and I don't want them, like, I don't want to eat any in my sleep, right? That whole vibe still, but at the same time, I don't know. They're little guys. I love them. Anyways, I know I sound like a psychopath. I apologize. We're gonna just do some funny boxes. This is like, I'm not gonna even try to just to do the box here. I just want to bend some boxes, because I usually like go all out when it comes to the construction of boxes. But I kind of want to do one that's mostly facing us, right? And then it's gonna go back and up. So kind of like this one, just rotated. This one's mostly facing us, but we're going to go like that. Cool. And this one's going to get a bit smaller because it's going off into the background, right? I guess the hardest part of these boxes is like having the same line, right? Like having a parallel, good-looking line. But what we can... And actually, we're going to tilt it... Should we tilt it out? I'm going to tilt it out because I want to have like the same profile over there. But also we want to be kind of, I don't know. Yeah, they got a bit small, but it's okay. And this we can just do our typical parallel game, right? Ah, should have ghosted. Don't forget to ghost with the silly boxes. Okay, this one, I have an idea. I want the profile to be super small, and we're actually gonna do like a square. Like this, right? And then I want it to go like whoosh up. Like that. I'm not sure. No, I'm pretty sure I just like set this up to, oh geez. Oh wait, I have an idea. What if we make a twist? That means this needs to go. This is basically turned into the ribbons assignment, now that I think about it, or the arrows. Because I like the idea of it getting smaller up here, and then kind of going like this. You know what? I don't like drawing towards me, but I think that's like the only easier course of action that I have here. Ah, yikes. Well, we tried. And then this, the top will become the side now. So it'll go like this, and we'll start banking, and then we'll go underneath. That just looks really trippy. That's it's silly. Let's see. That was probably a bit excessive what we like wanted to do, right? Okay. That was a bit silly. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I like how this one turned out. And we could actually do one in spirit of our little guy over here. So I'm gonna try to stray away from uncomfies as per usual. We're actually gonna go here to the YouTube studio, make sure everything's good, chat and everything wise. Cool. So yeah, for this one, I'm seeing like a line right here. So we have our head, right? Then I'm seeing a line right here, line right here. So it's pretty. I'm not really sure how to gauge that. Really look at our guy. And it's not that big, right? Because we have our this, so that means the profile needs to be a bit smaller. Is that much of it facing us? Hey, what's up, Delano? Doing pretty good. We're practicing our wavy boxes. We kind of had a silly one right here. We're practicing our wavy boxes before we tackle the scorpion, just to make sure we're ready. You know, ready to put some good forms on the page. How about yourself? Let's see. This guy, I feel like facing away from us a bit more. It's a bit closer. It could be at that level. But I think he's, you know, about like that. Huge. Let's go. Some good news. We will, we finished the, what's it called? We finished the lesson 2 script. So now it's up to just me recording and editing, which is typically faster than me making the script because the script has like what I would edit in it. So we're only took us a couple months, but we're getting closer and closer. I promised myself I'm only allowed to get 9 souls once I complete that the lesson 2. Jeez, why did I blink on that? And now we have our little thing. So we're gonna go back here. He's kind of going away from us, and he goes up. Not crazy amount. We said like if the head's length right here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So about up here probably. That seems about right. And then we'll just go like that. And he does taper. So we actually probably should have accounted for that. And these we can leave somewhat similar. We do want to taper it though, right? And then we would go up there. We want to have a similar curve to this one. Cool. Like a little banana. Like a little blocky banana. I don't know. And then, of course, we go over here. And this one, we want to angle it out. I actually kind of like this one we did up here. We just don't want to do it poorly. And that actually looks like it turned out pretty well. Because that gives us the opportunity to, like, it's, you know, it's still the same thing. We just bent it. It's not, like, going down and being cut off. It's actually extruded in a direction. Ah, yikes. Well, let's make sure we don't do that. I think it was just because my angle of attack, this would have been much nicer. Yeah, look at that. And then, of course, we'd have our all of our information here, bisecting it, all that good stuff. And then our head. I think that was the worst circle I've ever done. Still pretty good, though. Like, size-wise, I'm actually kind of happy with that. Why am I so off? We were doing so well earlier. What is going on? Oh yeah, I forgot to put it in the Discord, Delana, but I also did some Outer Wilds sketching today. Very fun. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. For once a drawing. It only took me like 20 minutes too, for like all 3 of those. And so I'm like, I don't really know how I did it, but I drew faster than I usually do. And I'm kind of happy with that, so. I think in our warm-ups, because like look at that, like we've definitely drastically warmed up since then. I think in our warm-ups we just need to do more full ellipses instead of pseudo ones. I also just need to let the pen do the work, right? Not try to force it. That was me forcing it. Oops. I think we're pretty warmed up. I'm just kind of procrastinating at this point. Slowed down. Got a bit more wobbly, but that was actually pretty decent. Okay, cool. So, yep. Pretty much warmed up on everything. Actually really happy with this one. And this one turned out when we ignore that one. That was a silly one. White people, whenever they're taking pictures and they say, let's do a silly one. Anyways, sorry. I'm gonna take a quick water break and then we're gonna get back to it. Huge. Okay, so let us do our scorpion. I actually think this was a really good, like, first start to it. No major critique. I'm trying to think. Because, yeah, we do end up seeing more of the face and less of this over here. It actually tapers quite a bit. But also, like Uncomfy said, actually, yeah, here's the actual box. Sorry, we have... Oh, so it's a lot thicker. Look at that, yeah. So it does taper, but look how thick that box is. It's still, you know, relative to this. So this is actually better because we just need to acknowledge that the, armor happens about right there. And then it kind of goes over like that, right? Like arches over like that. And that's why Uncomfy was talking about whenever you had these things, it would go like this over and then flat and then down. Like this over and then flat and then down. Now obviously it'd be a bit more round and shapely than this. But this is generally what we want. I'm not even looking at the example right now. I'm just kind of like molding it how I think it should be. So that's why the box is so big. And then of course he had said we had like the meat right here, the like little skin, and then we had the arms down there. Cool. Okay. I'm feeling better about this. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. So eepy. This reminds me of when I used to stream at my apartment during finals and I was super tired. It's weird to think only 3 more semesters. And I feel like I both have so much more and so little to learn. Because, like, if it's only 3 more semesters, what else do I have to learn, right? But at the same time, I know there's more to go. Like, I know there's way more beyond the horizon. Anyways. And it looks like today, since we actually didn't extend our warm-up past where it was due, we're gonna land a pretty good time. Thank you very much, Delana. Thank you. Slowly catching up to you, I think. I think we're what? We have the Black Widow, which you did. The Housefly, which I'm pretty sure you did. The Shrimp, the Lobster, the... Oh my gosh, there's so many. All I know is the last one you did was the fire... Or the, Was it the Dragonfly? Is that what they labeled it? Let us see. Art share. Yeah, this guy. I don't know if you meant to, Delano, but like one of the lines, the contour lines on his head, it kind of looks like a smiley face, and I always saw it as that. Anyways. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering because I'm so tired. Why am I so EB? So I'm checking the Drawbox stuff right now for it. Anyways, okay, let's do it. I kind of want to start with the box, and I think we're going to do that. Even though the head kind of helps with everything, I feel like starting with the box kind of helps me out. I'm not too worried about framing on the page, or composition, because I just don't really, I'm not worried about it. I don't know why. Actually, yeah, there is something to worry about. It's how big this is, because like we have the head right here, right? This John, and then we go over here, and then we go one more, we go more, so about 3 that way. So we're gonna be in the lower half of the page because we're only about like maybe a head length or 2, yeah, 2 head lengths that way, and a head length here, a head length here, a head length here, and 4 above, totaling to about, if this was 1, 2, 1, 2, actually it's about 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 conservatively. So yeah, we're gonna be in the bottom middle of the page. This is 4, and that's kind of maybe 1, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So about 9. 7 by 9-ish. Cool. So yeah, even more credence to do it near the middle of the page, maybe a bit more to the right than we'd expect. So that means the box should land practically in the middle, which we will do. I think, yeah, we got the framing pretty good right there. Pretty good. So yeah, if we're gonna be, here's, you know, kind of what we're working with. So we're gonna be about right here with the box near the center, a bit below it. Cool. And yeah, so we have this, which goes straight down, like so. We don't want to be too thick, right? And then again, this is kind of like defining the diameter of the head, because this is going to be as big as the head, right? So if this was the head right here, or it'd be a bit lower. 2. Yeah, so about like that big. I think we're about fine there. Yep. And that one goes maybe a bit more to the side, but I'm not too stressed about that happening. Cool. And then, yeah, so this one, we have this line, and this one lands, kind of just goes across. We do want to emphasize that this is a rectangle. If we look at our friend over here, we did that actually pretty well. It was actually multiple ways longer than this. And the head was, I think the head still works here. It's just going to be a bit cramped, but I think we'll be fine. But yeah, if we went like probably this here. Let's look at our reference. Because yeah, it is much lower, but it isn't that far either. It's like if this is our corner, we're going like that. Maybe a tiny bit further. I like that. Okay, we're cool. And then we go back. And so yeah, this one, we're just kind of traveling from here, 4 heads length. So if this was a head, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We're 2.5 heads tall, right? So if this is 1 head, 2 head, 3 heads, so about right here. And then 1, 2, There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So about back here. Yeah, I don't think we need to go crazy high, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so about right there. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And then, yeah, we bend upwards. I'm not going to even care about, like, the rate at which it bends. Remember, like Uncomfy said, we're not trying to create this exact scorpion. We're trying to just construct one, right? So, remember, yeah, we're following this line. So we have some thickness to it, right? I feel like this maybe does need to be a bit longer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay. I'm happy with that one. Yeah, we just want to emphasize that curve like this, right? Don't really want a straight line. Cool, cool. I like that. Kind of wish we exposed a bit more of the face here, but we'll be fine with that. Then we go over like this, right? Of course, we've got smaller there. I'm trying to think. This isn't super horizontal. It's actually a bit up like that. But also we could just add our form, so not too stressed about that. Cool. And then, yeah, it's about, if this is a head's length, maybe half a head's length. So head, this, that. So maybe a bit longer right there. Cool. I like it. And then, yeah, so we'll do this one. Perfect. Oh, I got a bit more of the face there that I wanted. Nice. Cool. It is a bit chunky in hindsight, so maybe we do have to do what Uncomfy did. Then again, we can control a lot of that, but Nine Souls has honestly been amazing. When did you send that message? Did I miss that? Okay, it's only a minute ago. Yeah, I'm jealous, man. I am actually jealous. It looks so fun, and like, so I've talked about it before, how I have an aversion to 2D games. I don't know why, don't ask me, okay? Cav doesn't like 2D games, he can't handle it, right? And it's like, it has to be a really good game, or there has to be something that clicks with me, like Hyper Light Drifter did. I think that's like the first 2D game I've actually like thoroughly enjoyed. But Nine Souls looks like it has a bunch of tech, and I just think that's like, just in the trailers, it looked like there's so many combos and attack variations. It did look a bit slow, and I don't really like when especially platformers have like bubbly gravity, if that makes sense, or just really light gravity. I kind of like the thud. I like going straight down. I don't like drifting in the air, but that's also like the platform fighter in me. Just like I don't like being in the air for long. I don't like getting cratered, right? But yeah, I have high expectations, and I believe they're going to be met. But we have to finish lesson 2. It's more like Sekiro. Okay. Oh wait, it's that. Would you say it's that difficult? The Souls-like one? I love Sekiro so much. Oh my gosh, I need to finish that game. I had the like quintessential what is it? FromSoft experience. I literally dropped it for like a year, and then I came back to it and I was cracked. I was parrying everything because like I stopped treating it as a Souls game. I started treating it, or like a Dark Souls game. I started treating it as a parry game, and oh my gosh, yeah. The game as a Souls like interesting. I love games that just reward you for parrying, like just give you all the cookies, the browning points, the bonuses for parrying. Ultra Kill, Doom, stuff like that. I love parrying. Doom? Did Doom Eternal have that? I think I just said in FPS that I like a shmup. Who knows? But yeah, really cool stuff. Anyways, we're gonna do this little bit right here. I feel like there's a bit out. We want to do like this. It's a bit small, but we could add forms to it if we need to. I kind of like that plate underneath. Maybe we'll establish that later. It actually is kind of small. I'm just a bit scared of that curve. We'll do that. Uh-oh, weird angle incoming. Yikes. Trying to do my best here, but I can't see the top of it, which is something I want to. I messed up on this line on the other one. Let's stretch out my hands for a second. I've heard you're supposed to do that before you draw. Or like, it's a good habit, right? And also, like, my grip is kind of like locked because I was doing leg raises and stuff like that. So like, I like, you ever get that like grip lock, like where you're like, I can't ungrip my hands, like especially like, oh my god, like pull-ups and stuff. I remember when like I started doing pull-ups in my gyms, like rusty old bars, and my hands would just be like locked, and it would hurt so much. Yeah, fun stuff. Oh, stretch. Oh man, I worked out before I streamed. That means I could just chill tonight. What a concept. Oh, I'm so excited. The video's... Oh, okay, well, no, I'm not chilling tonight. We have to work on the video. We're gonna do the video. Magnet grip. It's kind of what it feels like, yeah. It feels like... Have you ever used like stretchy things where you go like this from the center for like finger grip strength? Feels like those. Guys, if you ever want to see great results with pull-ups and stuff, and you feel like you're just extremely weak, try training your grip for a while. That's what happened to me, and oh my gosh, like once I started training my grip, excellent progress. Okay, overshot it a bit. Didn't totally mirror the curve right there, but I think it's okay at the end of the day. Your dad gives those to you? That's the thing, I'm not a huge fan of the grip, like those. I legit, like, hanging off the bar for a while, like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I've never done it for 3 minutes, I've just done it for 2 minutes, even when it did get easy. But yeah, like, I'm an advocate for training your grip. I used to do drumming, and so, like, I did a lot of, stretches for, like, the classic, like, holding your hand out in front of yourself, stuff like that to prevent carpal tunnel and wrist tendonitis, which I got wrist tendonitis, L. Who knew being like a gamer with my keyboard and then playing piano, and that would cause it. But and then I was like, you know what would be even better for my physical health? Going into engineering, and then I almost lost a finger to a lathe. I didn't actually, but I don't like lathes. I will never touch a lathe. Oh, this tapered a bit too much. We'll fix it though. Did it? Because we could add our plates underneath, give it some heft. We'll see. Anyways, we'll do our head right here. It's gonna be the same height as this, practically. Our legs are what kind of give it that false depth, but because we're gonna be running through most of like this. Oh yeah, look, we really lose a bit of that, but we can add that on the bottom. So yeah, we'll go practically through the middle right there with our shielding, and then over here, of course, we have the head, and we don't want to raise too much above, right? Because like, this is the side of our box, so the head is actually going to kind of like be just confined in here. Maybe go a bit lower. So yeah, our head was a bit smaller than we intended, and we just want to make sure that it's fitting in the right place, which I have a feeling doing this it is. Let's do some more circles. I'm sorry, I never feel warmed up enough on circles, and if I'm just going to stick to the same page and make mistakes and be okay with it, listen, we'll do some circles. See, that would have been way too large, even though I don't think that's the size we were planning for on the page. Solid circles. I know I'm going to get nervous when I actually put it on the page, but... And like sometimes it's like, okay, if I get nervous, let's just go right into it, and then I go right into it. It's not that good, but so I think the compromise for all of that is just try our best, right? Okay, not that. Let's go ghost a little bit more than that, right? Yikes. And drop my shoulders, relax a bit. Very good. And then again, it was smaller, but I let the pen do a lot of the work. Maybe that's the theme, the secret. Maybe it isn't. Hmm. Also, these I just didn't ghost as long as that good one. Gosh, I'm listening to some violin right now. I say piano is my favorite instrument, but I think violin may be probably my favorite instrument. I've been lying this whole time. Violin is actually what got me into music in the first place. I still really love music. Maybe I'll one day work on music, one hobby at a time. But it was, I remember it too. This is crazy. This is a crazy story. I was in a Starbucks and someone was playing Pirates of the Caribbean on violin for tip money. Oh, you know, I've been playing. I used to play drums in high school. Since middle school, actually, I played snare to drum set, and then drum set to bass, and then bass to tenors, and then piano after that. And while I don't know anything, or I only remember how to read music. I barely remember anything about theory or any of that. I mean, I live with DJs and one person who's very much into making music. It's always been a part of my life, and I've always loved music. Thanks a lot. But one hobby at a time. I'm not gonna worry about that until very far in the future, when it calls to me. Right now, though, art is at my door, and it wants, or drawing, I should say, and it wants my attention. Gosh, whereas I do one that I like, I do the next one is not much better. Okay, feeling looser, feeling better after 100 circles. Cool. That's Richard. Yes, my student be like Megami, the way of Megami. I bet there's a DAO concept. I need to really look into that tonight. Embracing imperfection. It's ironic. YouTube last night recommended me like 4 videos. I think I even sent like a screenshot of it to Delana, like topical, you know, like perfect timing. Anyways, let's draw our sphere. Trying to think. I do want it to set. You will see more of the profile below here because like we're still seeing this part of the ellipse. So that was okay. I think position-wise it was actually pretty decent. Actually, no, it was a bit too far to the right. We should have moved it to the left in 3D space, or towards us in 3D space, or a bit left and down on the page, but we're okay for now. We'll make it work, right? And so yeah, we have this kind of like, I wish we had a higher resolution image. But yeah, we have this, oh yeah, let's do the tail next. That's what Uncomfy did. So it races here about, let's see. We have this head, so 1, 2, so about 2 heads lengths there, and it lands about right here. And it doesn't really curl down, so it starts over here. I'm gonna say like the center of that, and then it just curls up and over. And yeah, it doesn't really curl down. It kind of goes towards us, in fact. Should have curved a bit more right there, but I think this is perfectly fine. And then Uncomfy instantly added the ellipse over here for the stinger, so we'll do that. And yeah, we will, okay. And the stinger, proportionally, is actually pretty close to the head. It's quite large. We'll go like this, probably. And it kind of goes straight down. Not the best, but it's okay. Cool. And then let's see. Continuing forth. I think he just went went straight onto the shell, didn't he? Other than adding the contour. Let's see. Need to rewind the video, right? Oh, he actually did the bulbs on the stinger, which I'm now realizing I probably should have drawn much larger. But that's okay. And yeah, I think he just did normal ellipse forms, not sausage forms for that. Yeah, we should have made the stinger a lot bigger. Oh no, okay. Cool, go back here, hide it from me so I don't cheat, no cheating. Cool, okay, so, yep, that was an error. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. We have to divvy them up. We have this lower one. This one occupies the majority of this inner portion right here, and then we have this bending one, and then we have this one right here. They're gonna be a lot bigger than they oof, okay. That should be, they're actually gonna be the right size, just this is a lot smaller than it actually is, right? Proportionally, yeah, it's gonna be a bit confusing, but yeah, we're gonna actually help ourselves out. We're gonna use some dots. So yeah, this takes up, I'd say, like a majority of this. So we're gonna see it like this, maybe even a bit higher, like so, like that. And then we have this one up here, which is actually gonna take up a bit more. Let's think about it before we place it. Cav, come on. We have that one. And then we go up over here. We have this next one. Remember, we still need to fit 2 in there pretty evenly, so we'll extend this one out a tiny bit. And then we have these 2 in the middle here. Cool. So I'll try to extend this one a bit bigger than it should be. Same thing with this one, honestly. So yep, we have this one right here, which is pretty large, almost the size of the torso. Very good, very good. Next one, we're going to extend to be a bit larger. And yeah, I want to make sure I have enough room up there to kind of incorporate that little shell-like feature it has into it. So we want a pretty high degree, despite where it's placed. Yeah, that might have been a bit too much. Oops. And we're going to get skinnier, of course. And I'm going to overlap these to show that they go inside. Nice. And then we're going to go over here with a smaller one. That was a lie, that was not smaller. And then one more time, and this one's quite long. Very nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, not the best. That should have been much larger, but it's okay. Where'd my playlist go? Oh my gosh, this has Neuschwanstein Castle in the background. Oh, I have a story for you guys. Is it Neuschwanstein or whatever? Neuschwanstein. Yeah. Swan Castle. Yeah. New Swan Castle. Is that Neu for it? Yeah. Anyways, Neuschwanstein. So, my parents and I went to Germany and Austria. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, I won't start fights, but I liked one more than the other, and I think I'm not gonna say it's obvious, but yeah, I only went to South Germany, South and West Germany, and not a lot of the most popular places. So I'll give it that, right? But when I went to, I told my mom, hey, you know, we paid someone, I think $100 to plan the whole trip out for us. Ridiculously cheap. We got our money's worth. And basically what happened is that we told them, hey, we want to go to Neuschwanstein Castle. I'm gonna just go with New because that's like the way I've said it, but it's probably wrong. Probably all of it's wrong, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get you a car, like a taxi, because it's a very far drive from where you're staying. And they'll take you to the castle. They'll drive you up there so you don't have to hike. You can go to the castle, come back, awesome. I'm like, yes, you know, out of all the things we've been in Germany, this is one of my favorite places. Or ironically, when I went to Austria, like I thought some places in Germany would be my favorite. Like I still loved Heidelberg, probably the most. But then like Salzburg and Austria, oh my god, and Monsi, oh my god. Monsi and Salzburg, I want to get married, I want to live in Monsi, or like just the lake. I think it's literally just the Monsi lake or whatever it is. Anyways, like we get in the car and they take us to something called Neuschwanstein Estate, not the castle. And I was so upset. It was still beautiful. I still loved it a ton. But like when I first learned it, we took a ferry across the lake to it, so it was really cool. Just such a silly accident. It's so goofy. Anyways, now we're doing the shell. Wow, look, that was a quick segue. Now we're doing the top of the shell. So we're gonna land over the head, and then we're gonna have our start the box. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates to worry about, starting from the big shell. The big shell, because like here's where the box starts, so the big shell kind of goes that direction. Did Uncomfy? No, I think Uncomfy did the shell and did the contour line around it. He did the little dots down it, yeah, to help gauge, mark where to do it, right? Yeah, we just have to be mindful of the sizes, right? It's gonna get larger in the back here, and then shrink as we get over here. So we have to decide where this is in proportion. So this, maybe a fourth of it, maybe a bit less. So maybe this, it goes to here, like above that point. Because we have to remember it's gonna go over, it's above, and then it's gonna go over this, and then down and do its whole thing over the head, right? And then we have our smaller ones here. So we have the next one, which is really small, and we'll go like this. And then the next one after that, which is practically the same length. Kind of want to follow this contour. And then we're going to get longer. And then we're going to get even longer than that. Another one. And then longer once again. And then longer once again. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plate. Oh my gosh, we're cracked. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, so for the actual shell covering the head, I'm going to look at Uncomfy just for a second, just to see kind of the shape he goes for, but we also have our objectives, right? And so, yeah, we're going to start right here. It's going to hump over like that, and then we're going to land. Pretty easy. We occupy actually a majority of the front. Yeah, we'll probably go to right here. Let's see, we're like right there-ish, right? Probably a bit more like right here, but that's besides the point. And then we're going to go down, and then we'll have a little hook in front of the face. So it's actually going to happen like this. And that hook is like only right here, I'd say. Let's look at Uncomfies. Going back. We have generally the same idea. So we shall march forward. So yeah, this happens like this. And then we go up here. And let's see, it's a subtle curve for this. So we have like this, curved a bit much right there, and then we're gonna go over and then down. I'm gonna just leave that there for now. And then this, I wanna go down and then over and curl. Dang it. Cool. That's a bit sharp. And then over here, we didn't really think about this part through. This is supposed to be out, but it's kind of touching the form. And then this one, it kind of goes over like this, like a visor. Cool. This is the part that's actually touching. So we're gonna have a bit like that. And then it's gonna go kind of over, and then have this little visor to it, so. Ah, we messed up, whatever. That should have been right there. Whatever, okay, cool. Let's continue. Yeah, that should have been more above than jeez, yeah, that should have been like right there. Yikes. Yeah, it should have been more like, we focused too much on that curl. That really upsets me. Anyways, we'll continue. And so yeah, and yeah, also just the quality of my pen upsets me, but that's nothing I shouldn't fix, right? Cool. Gonna kind of skip forward with what Uncomfy's doing. Oh, he went straight to the face. Yeah, like he said, it's kind of hard to pay attention to what's happening right here. We can kind of get like the majority of like, okay, we know this thing's going down, I guess. And like I can tell there's a pincer right here, so like we have these orbs, that's where the eye sits, kind of like right here. So we could go like this kind of, and then we know, yeah, like this kind of sits in front. Same thing over here, we kind of just have like this. Looks a bit strange, I know. Yeah, and then we have like the mouth, which I'm not really sure what Uncomfy does about that. He doesn't do much, so we won't worry about it. Cool. Yeah, because he goes kind of straight to the legs. So, why is it playing the Harry Potter theme? Oh, okay, whatever. I mean, solid. Yeah, now we have this one. Each one kind of overlaps the next, right? So we're going to go like this. And they go over, so we want to start kind of subscribing to that methodology. So we're going to go like this, and then over, and then in. Yeah, so let's see, we want to go over. Oh yeah, we have this angle that we need to focus on. Yeah, so this, and then this goes over, and it should be overlapped by this one, which we kind of failed to do, but that's okay. So let's do a bit of a better job on this one. We should have the angle kind of going like this, right? And then over, and then in. There we go. And then I want to take up more of the space down here, because we are getting larger, right? Those plates are getting larger. I need to look more at this guy. So yeah, we have this big old plate right here, which goes kind of from under that down to here. And then we have this part where it's kind of flat. And then we bend over this. Nice. And we just kind of keep doing that. So this one's from the center of that, kind of. Nice. Kind of sells that idea. It needs to end a bit sooner, I guess. Once again, the next one is very much inside that. Perfect. I like that one a lot. And then we kind of just see the majority of this one. And then finally right here, this one definitely curls around. You can see that a lot. So we want to go like this. And then let's think about this. We have this corner over here goes like this. Perfect. Nice. And then we have those plates underneath, which I'll focus on in a second. We're going to see what Uncomfy does next. He does the little skin that we have right here. So let's see, right here, we have this like little curl out that goes about this far. Not super far, but it is noticeable, right? And then it kind of merges with the head right here. So we go under, and it kind of does that. Very nice. Let's see. What next? We have the legs, right? That's what he does next. My line quality is better than his, I'll take that. We're gonna do the legs a bit differently because I don't like how we did the legs, honestly. They do hang over, right? And that's important. But he did 4 slots. I don't know why. This Harry Potter music is banging right now. Oh my gosh. And this gets really close, and it's gonna go about like right here. Right before that, yeah, so about right here. This is more of a... I kind of want to do it with my wrist, but I'm not sure entirely how I want to do it. Also, he adds that contour line to help us, and we didn't do that, ironically. So yeah, it's going to go like this. And then... Cool. Nice. And so yeah, we have this one right here, this leg. This is right there. Nothing much to it. We'll just do this to keep it simple. Very nice. We have the leg right next to it coming out right there. And then their furthest one is over there, so it looks like all these will fit pretty nicely together. And then we have our big claw arm, which kind of looks like it's coming out of the side of the head over here. How does Uncomfy do it? Because I know he's that. Oh yeah, no, he does kind of the same thing. And then yeah, of course we have that final leg kind of over here, which I'm gonna kind of do like this. I know I said I was gonna do it different, but we'll do it the same for the sake of that. And yeah, this one, which takes up a majority of the face, I'm gonna just do kind of like this large. I think that's probably about. Maybe the degree could be changed a tiny bit, but yeah. Should have probably been up a tiny bit more in the face to cause a bit of that clutter that we see, but it's okay. And then we have the plates down here. Actually, no, we'll do the legs and then worry about the plates, but we also have those like little sections of like what look like meat almost. I don't really want scorpion meat, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and Uncomfy just goes on to do the legs at that point. Very, very scary. We're actually making good time today. I kind of wanted to leave it at that. Let's do the stinger. I kind of wish we made this larger, but I don't really have a good reason to make that larger right there. I like to hide it that I'm making it larger. Anyways, we're gonna kind of note this, right? And then from there, we're gonna curl like this. Like so. And then we're gonna come in from that and then go like that. Very large. I think that's correct in perspective, ironically, that the stinger itself is not. That's funny. Cool. So yeah, actually I'm gonna leave it here. I'm happy with this. I don't want to stress myself out, right? I am having fun though. You know, screw it, whatever. Probably gonna regret it, right? So Uncomfy does this next part. He does the legs in segments with the line. Interesting. That's the thing, though. Like, where's that fourth arm? Like, this arm comes from right here. I'll do that one like that, but this one I'm gonna lock in and say it's from right here. So head-wise, this is kind of hard to do, and this is kind of where it falls apart. But we can gauge, kind of as Uncomfy said, and we've done with these, what are they called, like drop lines or whatever? This is the second one, so we know the leg stops there, and of course it goes down a bit, so we know it's going to be somewhere on that line. There's actually, I think, just a piece of glitter on my page. I have no idea why. So yeah, that drops pretty nicely there. And then head-wise, it's kind of just a tiny bit below the bottom of this, so we're going to have this, and it's going to drop here, so about right there. Yeah, I'll do that all with one sausage, but it looks like Uncomfy does two sausages, one right here and then one right here, which I can get behind. That means this one lands kind of at the halfway point, like right here, but that one just kind of shoots straight down like this, and then from there goes a tiny bit down. Not a lot, but like that. And then from there we go like this. And then from there we go down. And this one lands at the knee of it. Lands over here, so we're going to go down like that. Bro, you're actually clean with it. Thank you. Thank you. Line work has definitely improved. You put so much, I can't even remember what your last mistake was. Yo, thank you so much, man. And yeah, yeah, no, I think the Delano mindset has definitely helped us here. Yeah, we'll talk about in review, the only mistakes I really hate is this, the visor, I don't like, and then the size of this. But everything else, I'm pretty chill with. I'm feeling pretty good about. But yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot. Let's see, in relation to the head, this is maybe half of that, which I think we kind of did right there, maybe extend it out a bit. And then the next one kind of goes in. We're kind of going like this, so that one goes like right here-ish. And we kind of want to just like flow with these lines now, right? So we have this. And this one kind of goes like that. Oh, wobbly. Wow. There's our mistake. Cool. And so now, yeah, it's just sausage forms. We want to do the ellipses to kind of gauge where they're at. So this one's very much a smaller degree. That was a bug. Oh no, wait, these are spheres. These are spheres. Not starts and ends of our things. Even though that'd be technically still applicable, right? So we have this joint right here. We have this joint right here. We have this tiny one right here, so we're gonna get a bit smaller. And then we have like the little peach shape, like this, and the little peats that come off of it. Cool. I don't like using my wrist here, but then again, it's okay to use your wrist technically. Like, you want to be using your, like, Uncomfy literally responded to something about it today. You want to use your arm and elbow and drawing from your shoulder as much as possible for the larger, more confident, better lines for most of our stuff in this class. There are merits to using your wrist when they shouldn't, you know, it's more accurate, especially for these smaller forms, and especially when we can get smooth and confident stuff out of it. So, you know, this I can definitely see being, you know, look at that. I'm gonna actually leave that there. We're not gonna over ink it, right? This one definitely bends over. I'm not gonna even look at Uncomfy's example. I just can tell you I feel confident bending it like that. Very nice. And then we're gonna keep going. This one's a bit chunky, so we'll kind of emphasize that. Still same kind of thing applies though. We got our little chunk out of it, nice. And then, yeah, we have our little peat, and let me see how Uncomfy does the peat. Yeah, he does, okay, he does a separate form for it as well. And yeah, this one kind of goes like out, it's like a calf, almost. It definitely has this like, actual like calf muscle to it, it's kind of weird. We go like this and then get larger, and we go like this and then we go in. Cool. And then we have our little peats. We have like one claw going this way. It's like this. And then one kind of coming more towards us. Nice. Cool. One-armed little guy. We're gonna leave it there. I'm happy with that. I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. Maybe the legs could have been a bit skinnier, maybe? I don't know. We definitely made the tail a bit too big, but if we were like some professional artists, we could be like, it's a caricature, you know, it emphasizes, what is it, lobster. It kind of does look like a lobster if you just got rid of the tail, huh? It emphasizes a scorpionness, right? That's a very scorpion thing. Or like, what is it? What's that one artist? He did like the art for like Alien and that other game Scorn, and like really emphasized like reproduction. You know what I'm talking about. Cool stuff. Okay, so we're gonna leave it there. I'm very happy with what we did today. Things we can improve upon. Angle of this was a bit weird, but also that's just maybe mechanical error. This we definitely focused on the curve too much, which should have been right here, and then the visor. I guess we just got like hyper fixated on the wrong thing. So like when you're making forms that bridge between objects, I guess, let's name this Scorpion. When you're focusing on forms or planes that bridge two objects, be mindful of their landing point. Write that down somewhere, guys. I'm just gonna DM it to myself on Discord because I'm gonna add that to the what did I say? It was when adding surfaces, forms, or planes that bridge objects / forms, ensure that they have the correct starting and landing points and carry the proper shape in between. I always spell proper with 2 P's because there's a mod in Gmod that's called proper that's really useful for decorating your Gmod maps when you make them, and it's just permanently poisoned me, I guess. Anyways, awesome stuff. So yeah, the visor, the size of not only the entire tail and kind of the angle, but the size of the stinger. But if we actually drop our stinger point right there, yeah, we went a bit over, but that's fine. I can't wait to add actually some detail to the stinger. I think that'll do a lot. And then the head kind of got all messed up. We have a good opportunity to do some great stuff here. And with the giant claws, I feel like we can add a lot of detail and fun stuff to that. And I'm also happy with the line work. We were pretty confident today. It's the Delano mindset. It's the Megami mindset. What can I say? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to record the lines tonight or not, because I could still record over the weekend, but I'll also be very tired. So we'll see, right? But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. It was actually really fun today. I'm really happy with the drawings we did before stream that we talked about and we showed during the warm-up. and just all that stuff. I'm super excited to see where this goes, and I can't wait to see you guys on Saturday. We will not be streaming Friday. Bye for now, guys. See ya.